Well, hello, Jim.
Hello, Erin.
It's the end of the year coming up.
Aye, a year in that's been difficult for many, not just in Scotland, but
All over the
all
world.
over the world.
Yeah.
Quite a remarkable year in a lot of ways, is it, for us?
Well, I think so as well. I think it kind of shows the resilience of mankind. You know, that even though we're going through this hard time, people still survive. People still move on and still do their bit, albeit being a struggle.
Definitely a struggle. We've had a few good adventures.
Well, as I
This
say,
year.
it's getting to the end of the year, and this is the first year of the Twa Togs adventures.
First year,
And it's been as you say, it's been a brilliant year.
it's been a great year in that respect. In fact, the funny thing is that we only started doing this during a lockdown, because Ian and I would go out on a weekly basis prior to the COVID.
Yep.
And we would take photographs and then send the photographs onto our Facebook, etc. And then with friends in Canada,
Yeah.
Australia, that said, look, because they can't come over for Christmas, because they can't come over,
Yeah, they couldn't travel.
due to the COVID, they asked us to do just a wee small video of the places we'd been to.
I think it was also the fact that we were getting to so many different places that were off the beaten track, and
Yeah.
there's probably the biggest percentage of people living in Scotland when they get to see these places.
Yes.
Never mind people across the world.
Yeah.
So it's about showing people, you know, the beauty of Scotland.
Yeah. So that's Anne-Marie to thank for that, because she wanted.
Yeah. Cheers, Anne-Marie.
Yeah. Anne-Marie lives in Toronto.
Just talking about Anne-Marie.
Yes, Anne-Marie knitted these. The most expensive wool in Toronto, she says.
Yep, there they go.
80 cents an ounce, was it? Or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. How much is 80 cents? I've no idea.
50
Anyway,
pence.
thanks Anne-Marie for the snids.
It's brought us luck, Anne-Marie. I've worn it twice to Motherwell games at Fir Park. Motherwell, for people who don't know, are the best football team in Scotland. And both times I've worn it, both times Motherwell have won.
Well, loan me that last year, no?
So loan me that last.
So,
So thanks for that, Anne-Marie.
thanks Anne-Marie. So we've got a few people to thank, haven't we?
Yeah, met some amazing people and spoke with some amazing people over the year.
We have.
So there's quite a number of people who want to say hello. It's loads of people want to say hello to, but there's
No, just to
few in
say a big
particular.
thank you for those in particular that's kind of commented on my videos.
Yeah, we really. I know we keep saying in the wee comments we genuinely appreciate it.
Oh, we do.
Truly do genuinely appreciate you taking time to put a wee comment on our wee
It
channel.
gives a wee lift.
Gives a wee boost.
And these kind
Definitely
of
gives a wee boost.
down times.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think a special woman that we met.
I know who
I
I know who you're going to mention here. Aye, absolutely.
Mrs. McIntosh.
Of Macintosh, yeah.
Honestly, we've never met such a lovely woman in our lives.
Warm lady.
You know, to make contact, to then go and have a visit, a chat with her, and to make us so warm and welcoming
Yep.
into our home.
Yep.
And obviously Ian and I, we've continued sending Mrs. McIntosh an email.
Yeah, just to
every
keep in
week
touch.
to make sure she's okay. But that's one that sticks in my.
Well, as I say, you think it was based on something that went wrong, you know what I mean? Because we'd spent a weekend in the Highlands
That's right.
to film a Twa Togs adventure.
Yeah, at Duffus Castle.
At Duffus Castle and Bullfiddle Rock and places like that. And the weather was so bad we couldn't film. So we kind of stopped off at my estate on the way home,
Drenched.
soaked, and we thought we need to do something about this. This is an amazing place, and this could be a future Twa Togs adventure. And we bumped into a local.
We did, yes. And the lady that owns the church.
That owns
is
the
part of
church,
the
yeah.
estate. And she says that if you speak to Mrs. McIntosh, she'll be more than welcome to.
She'll be happy to show you
chat
about
with
it.
you. And she says, "Oh, have you seen the osprey?" We says, "Osprey? Where?" She says, "Oh, look, Moy." So Ian and I then left the church, went down, and we got drenched, and we seen the osprey, but it was like 100 miles away. We couldn't photograph it. So from there, we then sent an email to Clanhatton.
Clanhatton
And then
Association,
Clanhatton
yep.
contacted Mrs. McIntosh, and Mrs. McIntosh said she'd be delighted to have a meeting with us.
Yep.
And obviously, if you've,
And the rest is history.
you've seen the video.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another person that was over the moon when we gave him a mention on that day for Clan McIntosh
Yeah.
was a dear friend of Ian and I's. It's a chap from Ontario, Canada, and his name is John Scully McIntosh. Now, for those that will see Ian and I wear Rush t-shirts, and all were Twa Togs Adventures. And that's a homage to the band Rush that Ian and I grew up with
Yeah, yeah.
for all our adult life. I think the first concert was 76.
1976,
At
Glasgow.
the Glasgow Apollo. And then in 2015, Ian and I went over to catch the last concert in Toronto at Air Canada Centre, and we bumped into Scully's wife,
Yeah,
and she
Shauna.
had Shauna, and she had says. So what happened there is that we exchanged Facebooks, and then I went back over 2 or 3 times, and I met Shauna, and I met Scully, and her daughter Deirdre. So, so Scully was and still is very friendly with Geddy Lee, and he's Geddy's guitar tech.
yeah.
And he was due here a couple of years ago touring with Jeff Beck, but that's been cancelled due to the pandemic. So a big shout out to Scully.
Yeah.
And
Hope you're doing well, Scully.
yeah, and Shauna and Deirdre.
And Shauna and Deirdre, yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, next year, once these restrictions have lifted, you can come over to Scotland, and we'd be only too happy to show your ancestors'
Yeah,
homes in the
absolutely.
countryside.
We'll be your chauffeurs for that period of
Aye,
time,
we'll do
Scully,
that,
don't
yeah.
worry about that.
Aye, we'll only charge you something, 30 cents a mile or something.
Maybe 20.
Oh,
Maybe
it's
20.
bucks, isn't it? Is it cents? It's
I
cents in
don't know.
Canada, it is, aye. Aye.
Just another shout out to the Rush fans that are kind of following our wee channel as well, simply because of we wear the t-shirts, fellow Rush fans. So big thumbs up to you guys, and thanks very much for some of your nice comments as well.
Aye, it's very much appreciated, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right, one more person that I have to mention. It's a chap called Ross Wilson, who lives in Montefief in Dundee. And Ross and I, along with Ross's wife, met at the book signing for Geddy Lee's Big Book of Bass. And it was Ross that commented on the very, very first video and says, why have I not wearing a Ross t-shirt when Ian had his on? So, Merry Christmas to you, Ross, and your family, and I hope to see you in the future. Mate, there's somebody asked us to sing, but James, Ian and I can't sing, not for the life of me.
Certainly not the Geddy Lee anyway.
No, we couldn't. So, well, I think what we can do, Ian, is we can raise a glass. We got some beer that came over from Toronto. Again, thanks to Anne-Marie, who gave us the snoods and gave us the beer. Want to just pick it up, Ian, show the camera. Now, Anne-Marie, we haven't opened them yet. We're waiting for Hogmanay, and we'll raise a glass to yourself, Anne-Marie, and Austin, and all the Canadian friends and family.
Yep.
And of course, all the people that's subscribed to our Twa Togs Adventures. So this one's frozen.
Yeah, mine's
yours?
is
Oh, yeah. Oh. Now, Ian and I would both drink it now, but obviously we've got to drive back home again, haven't we?
Yeah.
So,
And we're inside the school.
yeah. So, Anne-Marie, thank you very much.
Cheers, Anne-Marie.
And all the best to you when it comes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably maybe just a couple of a handful of people in Scotland that's actually got this.
Yeah, I think so. Aye,
This beer.
this Canadian beer. So we're quite looking forward to having a wee swally or a swig, as you say, in Scotland.
Cheers again.
Cheers, Anne-Marie. And also we've got another lovely lager. Is it a lager or a beer?
That's his Christmas lager.
Christmas lager, so is I. I've no glasses on.
This is a special brew,
Yes.
specially bottled. Probably only about 3 or 4 bottles made.
Yes.
And it was made by our very dear and close friend, Mr. Gordon Swinton,
Yes. Also known as.
the G-Man.
Let's put this in a bit closer to the camera.
So, as you'll notice, we've got new t-shirts as well.
Yes, and also a big thank you to
The G-Man.
the G-Man for printing off our t-shirts, and they also gave us a couple of magnetic signs
Yep.
that we put onto the side of either Ian's car or my car when we're doing our adventures. So a massive thank you to Gordon.
Big thank you to Gordon. You might, if you've seen the last episode, the last Twa Togs episodes,
Yes,
the G-Man was in the last episode.
Hermitage Castle.
Hermitage Castle,
Yes,
telling
I
the
was
story
quite
of
impressed
William
by-
de Soulis.
Yes, I was quite impressed by his.
So we'll definitely be getting Gordon back out again to partake in other adventures.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. So thanks, G-Man.
Yes. Cheers, Gordon. T-shirts. Mine's a bit tight, mind you, Gordon. I have to then put a couple of pounds on to kind of fill it out. So again, just before we go, it's just again an amazing year we've had. We've had ups and downs like everybody else, I think,
Yeah,
haven't
absolutely,
we? You know?
absolutely.
But what's really, I think, made it special for us is the comments, and we've got 100 subscribers?
103 subscribers now.
Sounds-
We're getting
yeah.
there.
So-
we're getting there.
so,
A big thanks to everybody that's took the chance
Aye,
and
yes.
the time to subscribe to our big channel as well. That's really appreciated. We're getting people from America, from Canada, from England,
Yeah.
you know, various different places
All
around about
over,
the
yeah.
world, which is pretty amazing. It kind of gives you wee goosebumps when you think there's people watching your wee daft adventures in America and
And
Canada.
they are daft, aren't they?
They are
Because they're no way, and we're not professional in any shape or form. We just go out, we take some photographs, we then take a camera with us, a video camera, a couple of iPhones, and then obviously
A wee bit of
we've
research
invested,
and that's it, yeah.
we've invested in the drone, so still learning. I should wear L plates when I fly the drone in, but it's amazing.
So a big thanks to everybody that's subscribed, and a big thanks to everybody that's commented.
Yes.
And a big thanks to people who have watched but no commented.
Yeah, like my mother, she's that's her off the Christmas list, and she's
Biggest fan as well.
well, allegedly, she just says that, but I don't think, you know. I said, do you see our latest adventure? And she said, oh no, I haven't seen it. Oh, where is it? And then 84 years old, you know, going on 13 again, isn't it? But
Another amazing lady,
yeah, lovely woman. My mammy.
Manty Grace.
Aye, Ian's Auntie Grace. So all I have to say is,
I think for the Twa Togs, we want to put a message out to everybody just to say, basically, try and keep your head up in the hard times. Try and make yourself a priority in terms of looking after yourself, both physically and mentally, because there's nobody more valuable in this world than you yourself. You can't be good to anybody if you're not good to yourself.
that's true.
You know.
That's true, Ian, yeah.
So basically, our wish would be for everybody to stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy, as we always say at the end of our adventures. And have a very, very happy Christmas.
Yes, and a very prosperous and healthy new year. So fingers crossed in 2022 we get back to some sort of normality.
Yeah, hopefully.
So
We're planning our next adventure as we speak.
yes,
So
yes.
early New Year, for people who are interested,
Yeah.
keep your eyes open on the wee channel. We'll get the next Twa Togs adventure to you as soon as we can.
Yes. So until then,
Till then,
everybody, Merry Christmas and a happy 2022.
stay safe,
Take care.
stay healthy.
Bye.
Bye now.
And for everybody watching, the Twa Togs wishes you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho, ho!
Anyway, enough yabbering.
Yes. So we go and get
So we'll go and get something to eat.
Right.
Fucking.